So we had a detailed look at dimensions, orientations, and rendering different styles and layout based on the available width and height, and also how to react to changes on width and height when you rotate the device, for example. Very important stuff. Let's now have a look at how you can actually render different styles or layouts or whatever you want based on the platform you're running on. Right now we have basically an identical app on both iOS and Android, with one exception, and that's our button here. The buttons look different because the button component which we're using is a component baked into React Native, and it's one of the very rare, actually the only component React Native offers that automatically adjusts based on the platform your app is running on. No other component really does that. But of course, you can write code to adjust your styles, layout, logic, whatever you want based on the platform you are running on. To see an example, let's go to our header component, and there, let's work on the way we present this header. On Android, we might have this background color and then the text in front of it. On iOS, we might want to have a white background color and only have a thin border at the bottom and instead have the text in our primary color. That would be a more typical iOS look after all. Now, to find out on which platform you're running, React Native has you covered. It has the platform object, where dimensions helps you find out the dimensions of the device you're running on. Platform helps you find out the, platform of the device you're running on. So now here in the style sheet we're creating, we could render a different background color based on that. We can use platform, and now there you have a couple of properties you can use. For example, you have the OS property, and OS is basically the operating system, and it's one of the values you're seeing here. Most importantly, iOS or Android. So here we can check if that is equal to, let's say, Android, and in this case I set my background color to colors primary. But if it's not Android, and therefore if it's iOS, I set this to, let's say, white. Now if we do that and we save this, we see a white header here on the iOS device and a, colored header on the Android device. Now, of course, you don't need to set up any listener on platform, and it also doesn't offer such a functionality because the platform can't change whilst the app is running. It's, the same operating system all the time, of course. Now, let's finish the styling for iOS. I said I want to have a thin border at the bottom, so we can add a border bottom color and check the platform. And if the operating system there is equal to iOS, then I want to set the border bottom color to, let's say, this grayish color. Otherwise, I'll set it to white or to transparent, actually, so that we can't see it on Android. And add a border bottom width of, let's say, and there we also make that check for iOS, of, let's say, 1 pixel on iOS and 0 on Android. So now we shouldn't see anything on Android, but we have that thin border here on iOS. Last but not least, let's color the text by going to the title text here, and title text does indeed merge in any styles we set on the style prop. So here on title text, we can add a style prop and point at styles.title here, or whatever you want to name it, and add such a title style object here in our style sheet, where we set the color, which is the text color, also based on the platform. If that is iOS, let's say, we set this to colors.primary, and otherwise, let's set it to white. It was black before, let's now set it to white. Now we have a white title here on Android, but a colored title here on iOS. And this is how easy you can set different styles based on the platform you're running on, as you can see.